Welcome to another episode of A Gora in Bollywood. I thought I would use this episode to share some advice with you because so many people come up to me and they go, I want to be an actor. What does it take to be an actor? You know, what can I do? Do I have to go and have training? Where can I go? How can I get this experience? Of course, there are plenty of places you can go and receive training, formal training. You know, there are some amazing acting schools that some of the best actors have been to all around the world. Where I come from in England, there's places like RADA, Orlando, or here in India, lots of people will start their training in theatre in Delhi, and then they'll come to Mumbai and come to an acting school here in Mumbai. Of course, you can go to an acting school. Plenty of people who are actors and well-known actors who have never had formal training. I did have training up until the age of 16. It was only once a week on a Saturday. I went to a place called Stagecoach and we did 1 hour of drama, 1 hour of dance, 1 hour of singing. And then in my high school, we did drama up until about the age of 16. And in between, I did amateur dramatics in my village. I did school shows. I did a little bit of professional work. I did a musical theatre production. I did some voiceover work at that age. So I did have some experience already then. But when I was 16, I decided to change the direction of my life. I thought my life was going in a different direction. I wanted to become more political, and I veered off the acting path. And it was only later on I went back to it. But that was the last time I had any really real formal training. You can become a good actor without any formal training. So then the question is, well, what makes a good actor? Now, we've all watched films, web series, dramas, comedies. Well, many of us have probably been to the theatre to see shows and see live productions. And we probably all have in our own mind what makes a good actor. For me, what makes a good actor is if when I'm watching a film or I'm at the theatre, of course, when I'm watching a film, especially being an actor, I know full well, there's a film crew there staring at them, you know, there's lights, there's the sound people, there's all sorts of people there, there's makeup people ready to run on and adjust their makeup after every take. They do take after take after take, it's not live. The actors have been given their scripts, the director's told them what to do very often. So it's extremely fake. But the whole point of acting, and a good actor should make me believe that this is real. And in order for it to seem real, it's got to look and sound like this is the first time that character is ever saying those lines. That I'm just a fly on the wall watching. And so those lines have to be delivered as if they haven't had to go away and learn lines over and over again, which is what they've had to do. They haven't been told by a director, you need to behave like this, you need to do this after that, you know, move this way and do that way and behave in a certain way and do this action. I don't want to believe that's happened. I want to see it as if it's the first time that actor has done it, not as if it's forced, but as if they are naturally behaving as that character would behave. Even if that character is a strange character that you would never meet in real life, you've got to make it seem as natural as possible. And that is what a good actor should be. So anybody can actually do that. Anybody can be a good actor. You don't have to have formal training. And in fact, sometimes the people who've been to drama schools in England, from my experience, you can often tell that they're drama school graduates. People say, oh, they're from drama school. You can tell by their acting that they're from drama school. I shouldn't be able to tell by the way that they act that they've received formal training. Only in the sense that it should feel completely natural. But if I can say, oh yeah, they seem like a drama school child or a drama school actor, I shouldn't be able to say that. I should just be able to totally believe that they are the character that they are playing and that they're saying that in a way that is so natural that it doesn't sound forced. That is a sign of a good actor. Now, I actually think sometimes drama school can therefore be problematic, can be a drawback, because it makes you overthink. It can be very intimidating sometimes when I've gone on set and there are trained actors there and they turn to me and they go, so what experience have you had? Have you had any training? And I go, well, not really. I stopped when I was 16. I've just, I had experience of getting into acting and I just slowly got back into it again. And they go, oh yeah, well I went to this school and that school and I've done this and that. It can be very intimidating. But you know what? The only thing that matters is if they can act. And when I say act, I mean, can they make me believe that they are the person they're playing? There are lots of actors who can act, and I'm sure you've all seen them, and it sounds like they're just regurgitating lines, or they're trying their hardest to make it sound natural, but it seems forced. There are so many times I've watched films and television, and it just sounds like they're saying a line that they've been told to say. It doesn't seem natural. There are many actors, and in my mind, they're not good actors, or at that moment in time, their acting wasn't good. There have been times when I've looked at myself and thought, oh, well, that didn't sound great. I wish I'd said that in a slightly different way. We can all make those mistakes and hear ourselves back and it not sound good. But there are plenty of actors who can make you absolutely believe they are that person. You are watching it live, you're just a fly on the wall, that none of it is fake, that it is real, and that's the first time they've said that line. That is a sign of a good actor. What can you do, therefore, to become that good actor? Now, you can spend money on a drama school. You can spend thousands and thousands of rupees or dollars or pounds on going to a good drama school. And that's great, and there's lots of experience you can get from it. Different techniques, and people say to me, what technique do you like to use? I don't know. I mean, there is method acting. I get the logic of that. That can work sometimes. But what do I use? I try to imagine if I was that person in real life. That's a technique that I use. I don't know all the different techniques, and I don't want to. So for some people that works, many people that works, other people it doesn't. When people ask me, I will tell you a number of things. First of all, there are film geeks who love watching films. And watching films it can help. But it can also help you see a lot of very bad actors. As long as you can look at an actor and say, that is a good actor, and you can look at another actor and say, that's not such a good actor. And you don't try and take on board the bad techniques. So watching acting does help. Watching actors doing their art on film, on TV, in the theatre helps. As long as you can identify good acting, you say, that is good acting, that's what I want to replicate. And you can identify bad acting and you understand why. But the best training, in my opinion, is living. Living and experiencing life. Stepping out of your comfort zone, exposing yourself to all kinds of people, doing things that force you out of that comfort zone, so you experience the emotions that go along with doing those things. Doing things that many people in society might not do, that they might look down on, that they might question. Nothing illegal, depends where you live, what you're allowed to do. Try to stick within the limits of the law, but try exposing yourself to different types of scenarios in your life, so you can understand the full gamut of human emotions, scenarios that you may face. Don't put yourself in danger, but go out there and meet different people, understand different people. Try to meet different kinds of people that you're not just going to meet by living the same boring life that many other people live. And the other thing, one of the other best things you can do to become a good actor is watching people. Because the thing is sometimes, and a director might ask you to act a certain way, and you might say, well, this is natural for me, this is how I would do things. But that might not be how the character is. And just because you do it, it might not be that normal, actually. Because the way I react to some things might not be the way that actually normal people act to things. And sometimes you want to portray a character in a normal way for that scenario, and you want that to be convincing. And actually, I'm not always a very convincing human being myself. So understanding how other people behave to things, how other people react to things, seeing different types of personalities and characters, going to different cultures, seeing how different cultures work, even within your same country, understanding how different people, different groups of people behave, how they react, how they get emotional about certain things that you may not get emotional about, and understanding where that emotion comes from. And just watching people. Watching them, eavesdropping a little bit sometimes into their conversations, thinking, this is such a strange conversation, I would never have it. But there they are, real people, they're having this conversation, they're reacting in this way. And you begin to understand that different people behave in different ways to different things. So people watching is such an important thing. So they're my 2 bits of advice. And the other bit of advice, which is attached to one of the things I've just said, is I've done things in my life that people might look down on, that many people in society might say, oh, I don't know about that, Bendy. But I've done those things. And you know what? For my acting, that's been one of the best things, amongst some of the best things I've done, is put myself in those situations. Because it's meant I've met people I would never have met. And I've been exposed to people I would never even dreamt would have existed. And yet I've met them, and they're real. And they really do exist. And exposed me to a side of life that I wouldn't have had the chance to expose myself to. And it's helped me combat certain fears, pushed me out of my comfort zone so that when I'm in front of a camera, I feel more confident in what I'm doing and I'm not intimidated, because it can be an intimidating experience. So there you go. That's my advice about becoming an actor. If you want to become an actor, think about who the good actors are out there, how are they good actors, why are they good actors, and use life. Life is the best training to become a good actor. Acting school will just help you hone it, will bring it out of you even more, help you to understand different techniques, methods that you can use, and different types of acting that there is out there. So acting school can be very helpful, but you don't need it. Some amazing actors have not had any acting training. The best thing is live, have a life, experience, watch, learn, adapt, grow, and don't be scared of being scared.